at all. Where are you? No talking. What did I do? Let's see. Roy. Well, that looks all right. We can work with that. Hey, welcome to the podcast, everyone. This is QuadR podcast, episode 30. I didn't know it was 30 a special number. Like, I don't know. It's a big deal for an anniversary.
Yeah, of course.
But so but I'm back home. I'm super excited for that. So we should have better audio, better general production going on here. So Roy, why don't you go ahead and give us an open and kick this off? Episode 30, the QuadR Wrestling Report.
Welcome to the QuadR podcast, where the takedowns are questionable and the opinions are perfect. I'm Roy, alongside my brother Ralph. We aim to keep our finger on the pulse of you, the wrestling community. No sponsors, no ads, no corporate overlords, just two guys talking wrestling the way it should be. Informed, unfiltered, and completely free.
Awesome. Free. Welcome.
And after,
what's that?
I gotta say, after 3 episodes, I had the thing ready to go, man.
Yeah, I'm impressed. Very good. Yeah, I just got back. I was watching Liam play softball. Really kind of felt like summer, breathing a bunch of dust and watching your kid play rec league softball. Yeah. So pretty excited that it's finally here. I'm ready to celebrate a little bit. Not traveling this week. I am going Chicago for a day next week, and then I think I'm going to be home for a couple weeks, but I might be going out to LA. I don't know. I'll let you know. Not that that's very close to you. Yeah. So I'm actually kind of trying to get out of that.
Reasons.
Do you? All right. Maybe I'll make it happen. Oh yeah. And you're done with school, right?
Yeah, almost. This week is the last real week, and then next week is like finals and graduations and stuff like that. And then I'm done.
Nice. I'm teaching again, temporarily. Okay. I'm doing like 3 1-hour sessions. We brought in a whole bunch of new people out of the teams, and I'm like, I'll train them, but like, man, I'm losing my voice. You just don't get used to talking, like that. So anyway, welcome everyone. YouTube chat is open. Roy and I will both be trying to monitor that. Let me know if there's any production issues. Everything should be a whole lot better than it has been the last few weeks, where we've been on the road and dealing with different microphones and sources and things like that. I'm back to the Yeti Blue, and we should be beautiful and good to go. All right, excited for this show. Actually a big week in wrestling, right? We have professional wrestling going on with RAF. We have U20, U23. We got dudes getting knocked out. Like, we got all kinds of things happening in the wrestling world to talk about. So that's good stuff. Welcome back, Jen. So tonight's probables. at 50 kilograms, we will go with the quote of the week. Again, these are the women's Olympic weights. I actually watched a bunch of the Maja Cup, that link I shared last time. It was like,
Yep.
it looked horrible, but like when you zoomed in, it was actually really good. All you had to do, you pull your fingers apart. It was like a lot of good wrestling going on last week in Japan. But we'll have the quote of the week at 53 kilograms. Following that, we'll talk about RAF. We've already talked a little bit about this already. So, but we do have an exciting card coming up this weekend, and then 2 weeks from that, we got another one coming up in June. So, 57 kilograms. We'll talk a little U20. USA has been producing a lot of great U20 world teams. This should be another one, so there should be some phenomenal, fun matchups there. U23, I think there's like 1,000 people entered in that tournament. So maybe talk a little bit Final X if we have anything additional to say. I think there was a little bit of news with the women's side, and then finally everybody's favorite, 76 kilograms, the best of social. So I'm ready to roll. Quote of the week. This is from Rei Higuchi. All right, so Rei Higuchi won the Maja Cup this weekend, and that allowed him to have a wrestle off for the world team against the winner of the Emperor's Cup, okay, which he politely declined. So he just like forfeited out. He's like, and so the quote is, "I have achieved what I set out to do on this specific domestic stage, but my focus requires strict pacing. I will be taking a pass on the World Championships this year to ensure my body and mind are fully aligned for the long-term road ahead." And he had posted on X also that like he wants to wrap things up with a second gold medal. So, and he is the reigning Olympic champion at 57 kilograms. Now, Japan has sort of a strange selection process, for their world teams, non-Olympic years. It's the winner of the Emperor's Cup versus the winner of the Maja Cup goes to the team. But then, like in 2027, the year before, if you medal at an Olympic weight, you get the spot.
Right.
So he was wrestling up. He was wrestling at 61. He's obviously going to go down to 57 for the Olympics. So he didn't see a lot of value at wrestling up at that weight. So interesting. I think there's a little like asterisk on this. So I guess we'll talk about it when we get there a little bit later. Because he's like, oh, this is my pursuit. I'm on this like locked in plan. It's like you can just see him like measuring his measuring his food out and everything. And then he's going to RAF.
I was just going to say that.
I don't know where the alignment is there, like I'm doing everything in a strict plan, except the day I fly to America to like wrestle somebody for money. So anyway, we'll see. Good on Ray.
Well, maybe he's trying to be like more than just a champion, right? He's trying to be the wrestler that people are talking about.
Yeah.
So he's got to do these like, I won the tournament and turned down the world championship and rap and making cryptic posts on X. This
is like, it made it more of a story, right? Because like everybody was like psyched to see Higuchi wrestle. He's got one goal, the Olympic gold, and like so he's like psych. Got us talking about it, right? And we got our finger on the pulse. So, all right. But anyway, I always enjoy the chances we do get to see Rei Higuchi wrestle, and he's on a vision quest. See how it works out. All right, so we got RAF 9 this weekend in Dallas. Press conferences are Friday. Do you ever watch the press conferences?
I think I watched one once.
Yeah, right. So I literally went to one. I literally asked a question at one. And like that was really like the first, so it was the very first one, right? And it was like it was a bit of a mess, because so they had the wrestlers up there, and then I asked the question, like I was trying to feed Izzy because Izzy was talking about performance bonuses, and then randomly they go to some other guy, and all the other people just wanted to talk to like Kurt Angle. So like they were like this isn't working out. So after that, the press conferences are completely like pre-staged, right? You have like either Chad or Izzy asking the questions, or you have like Chael reading a question. It's all just completely orchestrated, which I think works better. You get a lot better flow, when everybody knows what's going on. So I don't mind that they changed that, but I just thought it's like I don't watch them very often either. But anyway, if you want to see it, that's going to be on Fox Nation on Friday, and they're like in the middle of the afternoon. It's like 3 p.m. So, and then we got weigh-ins. I don't know if they're going to televise those. Weigh-ins are 9 a.m. Eastern. We got the fan zone opening up, and then RAF starts at 8 p.m. Eastern. So should be fun. Good card.
Didn't they have an issue with the weigh-ins one time though?
Yes. So that was
this might just be like publicizing it so everybody knows when the weigh-in is.
Well, right.
Nope.
Yeah, that was a crazy. Like, so they were day before weigh-ins, which I like. I think for professional combat sports, let them eat. I want to see full feed. I want to, I don't want to see a bunch of sucked out people struggling for air. So, but they're still pretty early. So it's like 7 hours prior. So it's still pretty decent. But yeah, they had like Romero thought it was like day before, and then Buchanan got told a different weight than what he was told to weigh in at, and like all sorts of crazy stuff. So,
are you there?
You there?
Yeah, my internet went out for a minute.
Hold on, I can't hear you. What happened?
My internet went out for a minute.
I got two me's. This is insane. Hold on. We've been saboteured.
Oh. Well, X still hasn't caught up to.
I'm still not tracking on you, buddy. What? I can't hear you. Let me see. Let me run my audio setup. Ooh, there we go. All right, my audio's back. Your audio's back. Is my audio back? Yes, I hear you. What the heck happened there, man?
I don't know. My internet just went out.
Was it yours or was it mine?
I think it was, because when yours goes out, I still well, but I still didn't even see Zoom going well.
Well, but I clicked on it and it said can't open page, and then the next thing you disappeared. Oh. So
maybe it was you.
Yeah, I think it might have been me. Apologies. We're gonna go ahead and.
Are we back or not back?
We're back.
All right,
we're both back. Jim's like, you guys are back. Yeah, sorry about that. Something. We had a glitch in the matrix. Coming in clear, loud and clear. All right.
Nice.
Very good. Just double check that it's actually using the right microphone. Cancel there. Properties. All right. I'm not messing with anything. We're good.
Yeah.
All right.
If they good,
let's All right, now the wrestler coming in clear. Appreciate you. He's gonna go watch the Thunder. Good luck, Thunder. Perfect. All right. So Gable Romanoff. So this is interesting in the fact that Romanoff is a giant and it's unlimited. So he's going to be over 300 pounds, I assume. So that should be interesting. I think Gable's probably a big favorite. Also, we talked about. I mean, I think we'll both be surprised if he's there.
Yeah.
At least I think I will. I mean, like he's got a UFC fight.
The last draft that Cejudo didn't wrestle in.
Yes.
So if that would be 2 in a row.
Yeah. So they don't want that to happen for sure.
Right.
Schneider, GV, obviously Covington, Weidman. As it gets closer, I'm trying to think. The Nolf Mento match is super intriguing to me. Nolf says he's serious about being the RAF champion, and this is a good challenge. Though Minto's not, one of the premier freestylers, I would say. But he's a tough wrestler. He's strong. He's gonna come in shape. Yeah. Tech Eisen and the Greek. That's fun. For sure. Greek's coming up in weight, so we'll see how that translates. Zane, Antrell Taylor. This is there's a lot of guys that are, Final X guys that are wrestling. Right? Yeah. Zane. All right, Ridge Lovett, is in Final X. He's got Cunha. So anyway, should be an exciting card. Armin and Muggsy should be your main event.
Yeah.
But
I was thinking the other day about like how Raf has been able to get all these like really good wrestlers, and I think one genius thing they did is the rules are just different enough that if somebody loses a Raf match, no one's gonna no one's gonna think that impacts their international standing. If you know what I mean. It's
yeah.
if it was exactly UWW rules, people might start to like take that into account, kind of like with the NCAA has that like all-star thing at the beginning,
Mm-hmm.
which shouldn't count for rankings, but then people totally count it. But if you change the rules just enough where it's like not exactly the same thing,
Yeah.
then you get to just wrestle,
And they're like significant, not significant changes, right? So you have a change in the period length, you have a
Right.
change in criteria, and you have a change in the review process, as in there is no review process. So it's just basically the same rule set, but
Yep.
significantly insignificantly enough that people don't really are willing to go out there and cash some checks. And they it's brilliant that the once a month model, that they just stick to that. I mean, it's really hard to get behind like the other pro leagues like PFL and things like that. I mean, they're across the pond or whatever, but also they just like they don't have any consistency, any frequencies. They don't have, and I mean, they don't have like champions, right? I mean, another great decision by RAF, to like make champions, and they can like sell like, David Carr versus Marab as a championship match. I mean, is it really okay? But it's the belt. You follow it. So yeah, a lot of good stuff going on, continuing to go on with RAF, and so we'll have a lot more to say next week, obviously. So RAF 10. This is the next one. This is coming up in St. Louis, June 13th, and so this is when Rei Higuchi's coming back.
Yep.
So he didn't want to wrestle in Worlds, didn't want to wrestle, at 57. He wants to wait till the Olympic year to cut down, but he found the time to hop over and it's not even he's not even wrestling like an American, right? I mean, Haratunyan's a great wrestler, right? He beat Spencer Lee. I mean, these are the two guys who beat Spencer, internationally most recently, right?
Yep.
So, like, that's interesting. I mean, for wrestling people, this is a match, but for the Armin faithful, it's unlikely that I'm glad they made the match. I just wonder, like, exactly where why they made the match, right? So
I don't know. I'm glad that they're you brought it up many weeks in a row that they're bringing in Japanese wrestlers into the mix, give it more international flavor. Who knows if maybe Higuchi really wanted this match?
yeah,
It could be that. Could be a number of things, or like the winner of this. It's sort of like an old school WWE when they, you needed to like build the storyline, and back then, it's all scripted and stuff. But whoever wins this is obviously they're gonna build a story around that.
so DeSanto's the champ, right?
Yeah.
Currently. So I guess logically, if you can wrestle Marab in a title fight, the winner of this probably should be the number one contender.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's Rei Higuchi who's on this like complete. I mean, he literally said, I want to cap my career off with another gold medal.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, is Rei Higuchi gonna like side quest RAF while he's like trying to win a gold medal? I just couldn't believe that would happen. I mean,
But he didn't say exactly in words like I want a second gold medal and that's my only goal. I think he wants to be like the personality of wrestling too, like the wrestler that people talk about, the guy that sells, you sell tickets, you want to see him wrestle.
Well, like he went on that whole thing like last year about we need people that sell tickets and are out there promoting the sport, but I'm just trying to be the best. Like, he literally said he wasn't that guy. I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm here for it. So Kamjat and Dylan Dennis is the headliner in St. Louis. Armin and Tony Ferguson. Armin, they get Armin doesn't miss RAF cards, but that may not continue. I got you frozen for a second. Hopefully you pop back. Okay. Palmer Pico doesn't
undefeated, right?
Yeah. Zilmer, that's kind of fun. And again, Andrew Liris, I'm always there for that. Bronigal Downey.
Yeah.
Let's see. PD3. Downey right in his backyard. Bellevue boy. Bastida is going to be there. So, yeah, another fun, exciting. Well, there's another title match. So, Ortega versus DeSanto. So, Ortega's been at, Iowa State, right? For a bunch of time.
Yeah.
Didn't he wrestle Gilman? Like an exhibition. And then Keegan's back for more.
Ooh, we thought he was done.
Yeah, he looked pretty done. I mean, he's literally a Mizzou coach, right? So, that may be why he's there, but
yeah.
I don't know. I'll believe it when I see it.
Yeah.
That's what I'll say about the return of Keegan O'Toole, but I wish him the best. He was a fun wrestler when he was healthy.
Yeah,
for sure. And then I'm not going to be able to go. St. Louis pushed out, so they didn't get ready to do the migration soon enough. So I'm not going there, but I'm going to try and make July 18th in Milwaukee. Got my stars sight set on that. It's not that far. It's about a 5-hour drive. And so that is my hope. And then after Milwaukee, I really feel like we should try to make the Rocket Arena 1-year anniversary RAF. That's gotta be like a big show.
Yeah.
I gotta feel like that one we should maybe try to effort. We'll see. That's in
August 22nd. Tough for me, I just gotta tell you, like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a bad month.
Yeah.
All right, no problem.
June 13th would actually be easier. Anyway.
All right, let's talk about it. Take that offline. U20, I made some really. You like my graphics here? my guy.
About the slide or the actual?
Yeah, the slide. So, schedule for U23, U20 World Nationals live on Flow. Friday starting at 10 a.m. You've got U23 Greco. So, but also at 10 a.m. you have U20 Freestyle World Time Trials, prelims, quarters, semis, consies. 4 o'clock, you've got the U20 Freestyle medal bouts, 2 out of 3 final. So they're knocking that out in a day on Friday. Saturday, U23 prelims and consies. They got like hundreds of people in those weights. Maybe not hundreds, but they got a lot. And then Sunday afternoon. That's a lot of wrestling. Imagine if you lose the first round and have to wrestle back, you have like 10 matches on the day. That could be nutty. Oh.
Well, it's so amazing how fast things change. Like 10 years ago, U23 was like not even a thing. Like,
yeah,
it was basically like just regular NCAA starters would win it in a bracket of like 6 people.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the weird thing about it too is like you can win and not get to go.
Yeah.
Right? Because any senior people that are senior world teamers can just bump the spot.
Right.
If they're age eligible. So that's kind of like a bummer too, right?
Right.
You're wrestling potentially for a spot. It's like, I don't know. Right. I don't love that. But anyway, it is what it is. So Justin Bash has done the wrestling community a great service by showing us that like you can build nice wrestling websites. It's not, I mean, I feel like Justin should buy, or Flo should hire him as a consultant. Yeah. And then, WrestleStat might want to as well. I don't know. Anyway, this is the U20 World Team Trial site that he set up. He just spun up over the weekend. I know that's his game, that's his business, but super useful, super friendly. You can click on 57 kilograms here. Identifies, their big board ranking. Identifies the Isaiah Cortez is sitting out for the best of 3, and you get a chance to look. Friendly viewing website, the Contenders. I don't. So I mean, you go to like 65, and obviously Bo Bassett be a huge favorite there. So I feel like there's not as many people into crackers in there, but there's not a ton of people at 65 to take Bo on. But you go to 61, you've got All-American Aaron Seidel, you've got Cortez's brother Elijah Cortez sitting out the best of 3, and so that'll be fun. Likely, I'd say Seidel's probably the pretty significant favorite here, but there should be some good wrestling. You get up to like 70, and you got Landon Robidoux sitting out, right? So that's a tough road for anybody, but Seth Mendoza's in that. Vince Buzakis is there too. So that's pretty heavy for Vince, right?
Oh yeah, Vince.
No, that's yeah. Which Buzakis is that? That's Vince. That's okay. That's not Nick. That's Vince.
Not Nick.
All right, yeah. So he was a Ohio State commit, then transfer or switched to Pitt. All right, that makes more sense. A lot of people are liking to eat in the off season, though.
Yeah,
you're seeing a lot of hungry souls out there. I think this is probably the most interesting weight that people are looking forward to. Is 74 kilograms to see D Lockett and Jaden James square off. D Lockett won last year. Who you got?
Oh, I don't know. I mean, I'll take Jaden James, but I want to see it.
Yeah, I'm taking Lockett, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's, to me, it makes sense to take the person who won last time.
Yeah.
But Jaden James looks really, really good. And nobody would be surprised. What about...
Well, there's a lot of anomalous results in off-season freestyle wrestling, too.
So what about 125? What about Merrill and Deshaun Ross? How do you think?
Right?
How do you think that plays out?
I mean, I don't see anyone picking Merrill, but well, I mean, I don't know. I was on X, and then I saw everyone taking Ross, but I don't know. Kobe Merrill looked great at the senior level.
Yeah, well, him and Ross just wrestled at the Open, and Merrill he got out to a big lead, like 8-0, and then Deshaun Ross kind of came back on him. I think it was 8-6 final, something like that. But Ross was 3-0 against him going into that match. So it's I'm here for it. I'm here for it. That should be a really fun match. Trying to think, 92 kilograms, 86. You got Mako's on that heavyweight field too. But 86, you've got Aiden Sinclair. I feel like he's a big favorite. But you have guys like Michael White from Indiana, from the state of Indiana, but Oklahoma State commit, who's a really big prospect, number 9 a big board. So fun to see how these guys. This is where you first start getting on the radar. For a lot of these kids, because they're. Jaden James will be like, he'll be a sophomore in college and still be wrestling in this tournament, right? But a lot of these kids we don't know, because generally, kids hold back, that kind of thing. Brock Mantanona, so Michigan. I don't think, like you said, not a lot of Stanford. Ziola's not in it either, is he? I don't think so. Huh. What is?
Yeah, I didn't go through person by person. I was just looking for Stanford people, and I didn't really see any.
Yeah, I saw Hunter Garvin in U23.
Oh, and U23. Yeah.
Yeah. So if we're moving on, you any other comments on U20?
No. Oh,
I
there's
mean,
Hunter.
I'm just excited to see it. You know, I
Yeah.
mean,
Yeah.
like finally getting, you know, I shouldn't say finally. We've had a lot of wrestling. Like we just got done with like, the U.S. Open and the World Team Trials, but
But it's fun to like have it all mixed up with like some of the younger people and some people who are all already college All-Americans and stuff like that.
mm-hmm. Yeah, for sure. And then, yeah, so U23. I'm just overwhelmed by these fields. you know, I,
Yeah,
I like,
these ones are like 8 times the length of the U20 at
mm-hmm.
least.
Yeah, I think it was nice though. Like again, just to give Bash, Justin some credit. And you click on the different weights. You go to like 65 kilograms. And like, I mean, he's got the top 10 here, right?
Yeah.
Based on their pin ratings, so I don't have to like scroll through like 3 pages just to go find like a particular the bigger names that we're looking for. So
Right.
I feel like put in a good amount of work on this, and it is appreciated for sure. But again, 57 kilograms, is probably going to be Luke Lillidahl, right? Or, okay, I take that back. Because I think the U23s, they're like a week apart. Like seniors in U23, if I remember correctly, and like in different continents. So,
Right.
if Luke beats Spencer, then obviously he'll wrestle in Senior Worlds. And if Luke loses, I'm sure he'll go to like U23.
Right.
And that's the most disappointing thing to me about U23. That these people can like win and yet not get a chance to represent the country.
Right.
They should get some sort of consolation prize, like they get to go to like U23 Pan Ams. Maybe they do. I don't know for sure. But let's see. What do we got at heavyweight? So
Yeah.
I heard that both Mirasolas are going to make a run at heavyweight. So this is Connor, but I don't see Cole. But maybe he just doesn't have the pin rate. I don't know.
No, I don't see him in the
Yeah.
list.
Okay. So interesting. I know that like in the last tournament, Cole Mirasola was registered at heavyweight, but then didn't wrestle.
Yeah.
So something to track there. You got Hopkey, you got Herrera. So Otto, there's a lot of talent.
Yep.
Nebraska's Brady Hill. 97, you got Cam McDaniel, Nebraska's 2-time All-American. Who else we got out there? Probably the favorite there, huh?
Yeah. Who's Garavus? Huacabaquilaho.
I don't know. He's a Viking. He's a Viking though.
Okay.
He's on the Viking Wrestling Club.
Yeah.
I don't know. Probably a high schooler, right?
Right. It's got to be.
I mean, you're 23.
Well, if you're just trying to get experience, the U23 brackets are.
Yeah, that's true, right? you can get some matches. Yeah, for sure. Let's see. 92 kilograms. We got here Hayden Walters from Michigan, from Cliff Keene. Yeah. I don't recognize a bunch of them, though. Not a real heavyweight. 86, Bennett Berge from Cowboy RTC. Yeah, that's it. 79, William Henkel. Yeah, here we go. So
100.
It is going to be interesting. I mean, you're like you're probably going to have a lot of these Penn State guys starting to run into each other, right? Asher Cunningham and William Henkel and things like that. And this is like the I mean, they're competing for spots, but you've got Henkel has the highest pin rating. You got Matty Singleton, which seems like he's been around forever. I'm surprised he's not 23 yet. Hunter Garvin. So that's exciting. One of the lamers. One of the many lamers. That should be a fun weight. For sure.
So this all starts tomorrow?
Yeah, I guess that is Friday, isn't it? I'm all messed up. I guess, with the holiday, makes it confusing for me. All right. Yeah, so I've been gone. So I've got all this planting I need to do. And then and Savannah and Forest graduation party Sunday. So that's out. I got to drive down to Indiana for that. So I'm going to be catching this probably on replay. I don't think I'll be able to allocate time.
Right.
On that.
Next week, we'll have like results to talk about.
Yeah.
It's been like a little while.
Mm-hmm. I didn't have anything additional to add Final X. Did you? I mean, I'm interested to talk about how the RAF performances affect our predictions for Final X after this weekend. See how does Ridge look? How does Zane look? How does Rio look? It's like, so we're going to get to see a bunch of these guys wrestling this weekend. And so I think that'll be fun to give us something to talk about going into Final X. Women's Final X, it was so Allure, so Glade did tear her ACL at the US Open. So it's Allure's spot. So they won't wrestle a match there. I did see that. That was the one update. I mean, that was like rumored even before World Team Trials that like she was hurt, but it's been confirmed. All right. Here we go. Best of social. Everybody's favorite. How are we doing on time? Right, we're doing good. Nice, clean, fast show. All right, let them eat. I'll start.
All right.
So this is from Rowley, Rudis Rowley, who can be a little bit off color at times, but behaved himself well in this particular post. But it says, "Wow, the Larkin brothers are hitting the weights room hard. First sources, Caleb Larkin is sitting at 185 pounds, and Kyler is already at 160 this summer. Larkin brothers are wrestling 174 and 149 next year for Arizona State. So I want to say Caleb started at 149 last year, right?
I think so. I get him a little mixed up.
And then the other one wrestled 133, right?
Yeah.
So they're moving up. Caleb's moving up 3 weight classes from where he started last year, and Kyler's moving up 2.
So Caleb, he started the year at 49 and then moved up to 57, right? And then beat somebody and got actually ranked like 1 or 2 at 57.
So he beat Jackson Joy.
Yeah, that's right.
Right at 49. Right, and then
wait. One of them got teched by Jackson Joy.
Oh wait, yeah, I got that backwards. Yes, he got teched by Jackson Joy, and then he moved up, and then he scored some pretty.
He beat like Ty Waters or something.
Yeah, which Ty Waters All-American. He All-American again last year, didn't he? Yeah, I always saw him
together. Yeah, of course he did.
Yeah, he's
take it to the bank.
Take it to the bank. Yes, so their dad was a Hodge Trophy winner, right? National champion, and he probably had him like cutting some serious weight. But they said, "Dad, we're not doing it. We're going to eat."
Yeah.
All right. The best list. Still going strong. Still pruning.
Still going strong. I had to remove, if you saw some Elon Musk stuff on there.
Yeah. I know. It polluted my second best list.
Yeah.
I was like, what? Then I realized that it was the artist formerly known as Suriano's Burner. So, all right, we'll do your KO first. They're probably all the same. So walk us through this, Roy.
All right, so these guys are wrestling. The match is, it's like a kind of a throw situation, and somebody gets out, the match is over. He pushes his head down, and the guy runs up and throws a swing, and
Yeah.
I guess KOs him.
Yeah.
I'll just believe that. Yeah, okay, I believe it. I watch it again.
Yeah. Sorry. Yeah.
And
that was a head
so
smush.
he's on the mat, and this caused a lot of thing because the wrestler in blue, excuse me, the wrestler in red, pushed his head down in a very aggressive way at the end of the match, and then walked away like nothing, like there was going to be no retaliation. And yeah, let's go through some of these clips before we give takes.
Okay, you got another clip?
KO commentary, the next one.
Okay. All right. So there's the KO.
This was a high school match, by the way.
Yes.
All right. So this is from Johnny DeJulius.
Right.
It's so funny seeing all these non-wrestling people talk about that sucker punch video. The term FAFO has to be the corniest term ever invented. No, you cannot rock someone for shoving your head. LMAO. We all have given an extra shove before. Now, there's a lot of truth to that. I know I've given an extra shove before.
Right. Every wrestler's like, I never got punched for doing that. So,
yeah.
But did you ever do one of those? I mean, that little like weighted double head mush, like it's not just an extra shove. I mean, a shove's one thing, right? I mean, a hard club is one thing. You guys, I mean, like that happens in a match.
Yeah, the closest thing I ever did, I remember I was wrestling this match, and I was winning, and it was close, and he shot in, and then the time expired, and then he kept wrestling a little bit, 1 or 2 seconds after the whistle. So I kept sprawling, and then when he gave up, I gave him a pretty hard shove. You know,
yeah,
and it was way after the whistle because he had also been wrestling after the whistle.
Right.
Anyway, the point is, yeah, I rewatched the video and he rolled his eyes as he should have. And anyway, there were no punches. I think I told the story. There was one match where a guy was headbutting me where I thought about punching the guy. That was the closest I ever came, but I didn't do it. You know, and I'm glad I didn't. It's not like one of those things where like, oh, I wish I'd punched that guy in high school. You know?
Yeah.
So, I mean, when I watched this video, you know what the funny thing is, like, both wrestlers did something wrong. I think the ref did something wrong.
Yeah.
And at the same time, I don't hate anything in this video.
Yeah, I'm with you right there.
Yeah.
So I'm the same way. I guess I think mine's just another version of the clip, but this is from Pat Minio, but again, it's just another version of the clip. So I watched this video, and like for me, it's like, the only reason this is a big deal is because the guy got knocked out.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, the reality is, it's like, if that guy just punched him in the back of the head or punched him in the head, and then they just broke it up, like this doesn't go anywhere. Right. I mean, like to me, the reality of this is that it's sensational because the guy crumpled up into a ball and got KO'd. Right. And you don't know that was that other guy's intent. He's like, I'm going to go knock this guy out. It was intent to punch him in the head for sure.
Yeah.
And it was a good shot, obviously. But I mean, was he trying to like starch him? I mean, I don't know. You know, I mean, like, so.
I don't think so.
You know, right. You blame the kid who got knocked out. If he didn't have a glass jaw, there'd be no problem. And not really. Okay. But like the way I see it is like, I mean, all the wrestlers are like, there was one comment like, if this was okay, then Thomas Gilman would have been knocked out in half of his matches. And I feel like as a wrestling fan, I'm like, that would have been all right. Is that a bad thing? I mean, so for me, the big thing is like there was a lot of just weird like racism and stuff like that started permeating the comment threads and things like that. You know, that like it was just sort of like it's X. And so X like tends to bring out the worst in like a lot of people. And so there was all of that was like, how did this devolve into that so quickly? That was just kind of strange and weird to me. But like to me, I watch it and like, yeah, the two things I take is this wasn't a big deal, probably, and it's certainly not a big deal if that guy doesn't get knocked out. Nobody ever shows that video again. He just gets punched in the face, even if he gave him a black eye, whatever, you know. So the fact that the guy got knocked out, and I don't know that he was even trying to knock him out, right? We don't know what his intent was. But then the other piece of it to me is like, everyone's like, yeah, he didn't deserve that or anything. But I can find zero sympathy in my heart for that guy who got knocked out. Like,
Right.
I've watched it 100 times and never once felt sorry for that kid. I mean, just the way the video plays, it's like, dude, like.
Well, yeah, that's why you don't go too far into the comments of X. But I mean, so also the refs, and how I was. So I remember one time in high school, we had OPRF hosted a freestyle tournament, right?
Mm-hmm.
And freestyle tournaments are like, you know, they're basically like kids tournaments in how they're organized, at least back then.
Yeah, it's madness,
So
right?
Yeah. And they asked me to ref, and I was like a junior in high school or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And something exactly like this happened where somebody shoved someone after the match. And I just walked to the center because I was like, that's what you do at the end of the match. And there was a shove back. And then I broke it up. And these were like freshmen in high school. So whatever. But, you know, after the match, you know, one of the coaches was like, hey, if you're reffing, you know, you got to like pay attention for like the 10 seconds after the match, especially. Because if it's going to happen, that's when it's going to happen. And, you know, I was a kid and it was like, I was only doing it because they were out of refs.
Right.
They weren't like mad at me. But that is like the 10 seconds after the match is over is when the refs got to be locked in.
No.
And if you watch that clip, it's actually 2 refs. So this is doubly inexcusable that he let him walk away with. It was so comical. He's walking away. He shoves the kid's head and he's walking away. Nothing's going to happen for like 2-3 seconds.
And you can see the intent from the guy in blue as he's getting up, you know, that like he's and like you see the head, like as a ref, right? You see the smush and you're like, I got to be on high alert because something's coming back from that. It's not hard to imagine that like that kid's going to return fire, right? I mean, like that's going to happen. And so, right, you got to be ready for that. And it was like the kid's walking away and the other guy had to like, he had this wind up going, you know, it was like a it was a cartoon scene, you know, and like, holy cow. But yeah, like, I mean, yeah. And like people are talking about how it's assault and all this and like, okay. But I mean, I don't think that kid caught a charge. I mean, everything happened after the whistle and like whatever. So,
but he might have got it talking from his coach, which could be worse than a charge, depending on your coach. Because nobody did anything right in this situation.
Yes, for sure. Yeah, airs all around. But if you really wanted to stop that, then you know, you don't stop the punching, you stop the smushing, right?
Well,
if that's a DQ, then nobody does it. I'm not saying that's a good thing, but I'm just saying if you wanted to stop that, that would be the way.
I think the real mistake would be the ref, like seeing that, docking a team some kind of punishment. I mean, DQ is too much, I think, but like separating them before anything even happened.
I mean, Ferrari got a DQ for less at the soldier salute.
Oh. Man, that was like, he probably paid that ref, man. He's like, did you watch the movie Hoosiers? Like, kick me out of the game. I'll start screaming like a madman. Kick me out of the game.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. So anyway, like to me, it's only a big deal because the kid got knocked out. There's no way knowing that the kid was trying to knock the guy out. He was just trying to punch him because he was pissed because he got his face smushed. And he probably was like, oh crap, when he knocked him out. And like, and I just don't have like you say, I have no sympathy for anybody in that video. You know, like, what? I just can't find it. You know, it's like, he didn't deserve it. Well, okay, but but I do understand that. Like, I thought someone made a comment that, like, after all the idiot comments in on X, I think it was Joe Ward or something, it was like, maybe we don't want to grow the sport. I thought it was funny. It was just generally sort of enlightening to see that play out, you know. So anyway, all right, cool. Yep, definitely was pretty dominant story. Made bar stools and all sorts of things. So the Ono update. Did you see this? I loved it. Like, so it's an interview with Ono.
Okay.
And my favorite part of the interview comes towards the bottom. And because they're talking about, well, what Olympic weight are you going to go? You know, so you want to go to the LA Olympics. And then he talked a little bit about, yeah, those guys that are 65, they're too big. And like 57, that's a tough cut. And his quote is, Higuchi is amazing. I am sure he is mentally tough. I like to eat, and I like Chipotle. He's like, Olympics be damned, I'm going to Chipotle.
Right.
Which I thought was just funny. I don't know that we see much from Masa Ono. I mean, you reached the pinnacle, right? I mean, he's a world champion. He's a true tweener. You know, he had kidney failure last time he tried to go down to like 57.
Right.
Whenever he's entered tournaments at like 60, 65, you're dealing with like Yuka and like just a bunch of killers making the team in Japan at 65. You're gonna have to beat last Olympics champion in order to do that, right? And so I don't know.
The 133 is his like his last thing he's going to conquer.
Mm-hmm. We'll see.
Yeah.
I'm here for it, but like, yeah.
I like the honesty. The Chipotle.
Yeah.
It's like 1 or 2 days. It's easy to resist, but after 5 years, it's like excellent.
Yeah. All right, good stuff. Undiscovered. What do we got?
All right, this is from Inforest.
Okay.
He says it's my time to shine, but basically, RAF sounds like they're going to do something like The Contender or some sort of reality show where they get wrestlers who are going to compete for a spot on RAF, which sounds kind of cool.
Yeah. So officially it says RAF and Fox Nation are developing a new original unscripted series built around discovering wrestling's next breakout stars, live auditions, real competitions. Like, it's interesting. Where are you gonna find them?
That's what I was thinking. You know, at least in MMA, you know, you could find some kickboxer or whatever that nobody's heard of, and maybe who knows how he'll do against the current people.
Right.
But wrestling is a pretty known sport, right? Like, we were just on Bash's thing where they've got everyone ranked under 20 years old down to like the 1,000th person.
Yeah, right.
Or even further, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
So that was my first thought too. I love the idea though. They might just take people who were semi-retired and see, you know, if they can build off of like that they already have stories. Anyway, I'm curious to see what they do with this.
Yeah, I mean, like, I guess like we know for the most part, like American wrestlers, we know, right? But I mean, do you know who the backup is at 65 kilograms for Japan? You know, probably not,
right.
But he's probably really damn good at wrestling.
Yeah.
Right. You know, so if you start reaching out to Russia, you know, Russia's probably 6'8" deep at a lot of weights. You know, if you went foreign, then you could definitely find, you know, RAF champion level talent, you know, that nobody's ever heard of. But locally, it seems like it's going to be hard. You know, like, so anyway, but yeah, I'm here for it. You know, more wrestling, more content. Bring it.
Or it could be like maybe go to the junior colleges. People who, for various reasons, couldn't wrestle in college
Mm-hmm.
or not one.
Yeah. Military, prisons, you know.
The penal league, right? Like
Penal,
Major League.
yeah.
We got the penal league.
Yeah. So this makes me sad. I don't know if it's true or not, but it said Armin UFC told at Aiden Ross during Brand Risk Promotion number 14 live at the Meta Apex stream that May 30 at RAF 09 will be his last wrestling match due to contractual obligations. End of an era. What's next? So is this a negotiation ploy? How can
Right.
I mean, you know, if I'm like that new Netflix all promotion, I'm going after this guy. You know,
Yeah.
I mean, this guy is a fan favorite. He hasn't fought in the UFC since I want to say like November last year, right? So he's just doing the wrestling thing. I think Dana doesn't love him, like in his in his antics. So like, but you know, Netflix has got some real serious money to try and spin up their live combat league. So I wonder if like there's some player out there that's going after him, you know. But it will be sad if you know there's no more Armin after this weekend. I mean, he is.
But I remember that the Ultimate Warrior and Macho Man had a career-ending match, and then 3 months later they were both wrestling again, and I was like, "Wait, I thought they had a career-ending match."
Yeah, that ain't right. Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, he's been a real gem for Real American Freestyle. So I will be bummed if he does in fact move on. Pony up, pony up. Keep Armin. All right. Keep going. You got one more? Pour one out?
I got one. Pour one out.
What do we got here?
This is from Chucky season. It's just Soriano's burner.
Yeah. Post gone but not forgotten.
We don't have the story.
Yeah.
I really wanted to get him on the show. So it's off season, so we'll see. There was no announcement.
Yeah,
but,
right. Rumors of Soriano Burner's death have been greatly exaggerated.
Time will tell.
Time will tell. But yeah, so it's I don't know what to say. I'm at a loss for words currently on the Soriano Burner situation. We shall see.
Pour one out.
Yeah. We got Jax eating too. This picture, and like pictures can be very deceiving, but I'm like, holy cow. Yeah. And this guy's wrestling 133. So what this picture tells me, since it's a picture of Bo Bassett and Jax Forrest. Jax looks like he's 110% the size of Bo, and Bo is a 65 kilogram guy. And this tells me that Jax is definitely going 65 for 28. He's not going 57. He's not going down. And I'm amazed at how big he looks. So,
yeah.
Anyway, I guess we shall see what happens. But I mean, if you're Jax,
he's definitely the tallest guy at NCAA's. I don't think he wrestled anybody taller than him.
Yeah. So if you're Jax, why? I mean, wouldn't you want to go 141 next year, just to put on the good weight, like before the Olympic run?
Well, maybe he can't win the wrestler.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Maybe it is a tough room, and it's just getting tougher.
Yeah.
But yeah, you can see how he gives Davino fits because he looks a lot bigger than Davino, for sure. All right, and then I think that's what I have.
Yeah, that's it because we already did the KO.
Excellent. Well, it was good to see you. It was good to be home. Good to be home to do a podcast. Not sure what happened with the internet there, but Roy, why don't you go ahead and take us out? Don't forget, like and subscribe. See everybody next week.
That's right. Don't forget, hold the line in everything you do.
QuadR out.